Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Mr.Fred and Friends. I'm your host, Fred Schultz, and tonight we're going to be talking panhandle paintball. All right. As you know, my buddy Dan Colby and Steve Frisco own that field down there, and this is going to be the kickoff for the WCPL this year. And what better place could it be than down there? And tonight I've got some guys that are going to be playing that tournament. And, I've got Chapa. He's on here tonight with me. And his son, Stefan. And Joel is going to be with us tonight. So all three of these guys are going to be playing the tournament this weekend. So I'm going to be picking their brains a little bit about, about the tournament, about the field, and about their outlook on the new, 2025 season. It just blows me away that 2024 is gone. But I've been saying that for like 100 years. So I guess it doesn't get any easier. The older you get, the quicker they go. But this is going to be a good tournament, and it's going to be a lot of very, very cool teams. So, we're going to be talking about that. Tournament is coming up real quick, the WCPL. And it's this coming weekend, and it's May 3rd and 4th. And then the one after that is going to be a new one that I'm hosting. And it's going to be at Commando Paintball up there in Wisconsin. It's up by Green Bay, Wisconsin. And that should be a lot of fun. And then after that, we're going to have one. Jim Lively is back in the game. And hey, what's going on, Rob? And what's going on is it's going to be hosting a 7-man up there. It's going to be under the WCPL umbrella. So that's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be a 7-man, 18-team limit. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's he's got planned just a great time. Saturday night, going to have a big cookout, and we got Mike Cassidy is going to be up there. Now, a lot of you don't know Mike Cassidy, but he was a great big marker manufacturer back in the day. Had the Phantom marker. One of the nicest guys you'd ever want to meet in your life. Terrific person. And, he's going to be up there. He's going to be doing the cooking for us. So, got Tim Schloss coming in from Tiger Stripe Camouflage. Bud Orr is going to be coming up there. So it should be pretty cool. Looking forward to it. Cannot wait to play Oregon. Right on, Rob. Rob Walker, he's going to be down there, too, with Team Fox. But he is actually on my team also, the band. So he's one of the chosen few. He's a cool guy. And then after that, then we're going to be looking forward in October, 10th, 11th, and 12th in St. Louis. And that's kind of the crown jewel, guys, of the WCPL tournaments. And I can't even begin to tell you how much fun it is. It's just an absolute riot. And James Howdy is watching right now. Howdy knows all about it. Howdy's one of the good guys. Howdy and I go back a gazillion years. So, one thing I always say, too, about these tournaments and the big games and stuff like that is you make so many friends in paintball, but it's not like you live alongside each other. It's not like you can just walk across the street and visit. So, the paintball tournaments and the big games and things like this actually are a double fold thing. You go to have a great time shooting the heck out of your buddy. But then after all the shooting's done, you get to see your friends that you normally wouldn't see. And I think that's about just a plus plus for paintball. Because one thing I love doing is meeting new people and seeing my old friends. There's really not a whole bunch more than having that happen. It's such a blessing. It's not even funny. And especially all the great people I get to know. I can't even tell you how happy it makes me. But a couple of things I want to mention real quick is Monte Casino just happened this last weekend, and Joe and Angie Schnelton, great time. The weather held out for them, which was terrific, and I guess it went really, really good. It's a great place to play. Monte Casino, it's at Paintball to Go, and it's there in Root Illinois. And I couldn't make it there this year, but I know everybody that went there had a great time, and I'm so happy for them. Very, very cool. And then the Panhandle Paintball, we're going to be talking a little bit about that here in a little while. But the PBSL, PBSL is it's one of the coolest leagues that there is. And, Todd Winokur out here on the West Coast, he kind of steers it in the right direction. He didn't start it, but he kind of took it over, and he works pretty hard for it. And the way it works is so cool. You go, you have a bunch of cards, like it's a 3-man, a 5-man, yada, yada, yada. You pick a card, so you really don't know who the heck you're going to be playing with. So you go there and you end up with new teammates, because if you pick a 2, whoever picks deuce, that's your team. Whoever picks 3s, that's your team. So I think the concept is absolutely cool as hell. I absolutely love it. And they're going to be doing at Ambush Paintball Park down there, May 18th, they're going to be doing a memorial game for Cecil de la Reyes. Okay. Now, it always sucks when we lose people in paintball, but problem is we all get older and it just kind of happens. So if you get a chance, like I say, all these places I mentioned, even if you don't play, go out there and show your support for them. It's a good thing. When people see a lot of people showing up for an event, it makes them curious, makes them want to go out and check it out. So, that's how a lot of people get started in paintball, and plus, we're going to ask Joel tonight how he got started in paintball too. So I'm looking forward to that. All my listeners and myself, there's so many different ways that people got started in this sport. A gazillion of them from birthday parties, but there's so many different ways. So we're going to find out tonight from Joel to see how he got started in paintball. As soon as I get through this, so PBSL Ambush, May 18th, and it's the memorial game for Cecil de la Reyes. And then the Ellie Remember Foundation, this one I'm going to be at. What's going on, Lance? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, Ryan, love you, buddy. You are such a cool guy. Let me flip this up. Ryan Courtney, one of the best guys in paintball. Man, and you get to travel a lot, too. You're like I used to be. I used to be home, all kidding aside, for 12 years, about 8 days out of the month. The rest of the time I was traveling for paintball. It was crazy. End up taking my family along so I get to see them. So, but anyhow, the Ellie Remember Foundation, they're doing their big charity game, and it's June 29th at Dynamic Paintball in Aurora, Colorado. And if you get a chance, like I say, even if you don't play, come out, hang out with us, shoot the breeze, have a good time. But this is a really, really good one. Andy Starrett works very, very hard for the Ellie Remember Foundation. He's the one that started it. And it's for people that are, domestic violence and all kinds of other things that he's kind of rolled over into, too. So you get a chance, you're going to want to come and check that out. Absolutely. What is going on, Gumby? This is my buddy from down there in South Cal. And then the Decay of Nations. Okay. I love that place. This is at SC Village. And there's a couple other things coming up at SC Village. I'm not going to announce them tonight because they don't have the dates yet. But once I get the dates, there's going to be some cool 3-mans and some 5-mans going on down there. But the Decay of Nations is a big game. And Gio, he's the owner down there. What he does is they got like 16 different fields, and they're just tremendous fields. But he takes down the barriers, makes it like a big, huge game. And it's absolutely cool. Last year, the two generals, Tommy Cole and Billy Saransky, Tommy, NXL, Billy Saransky, the head of Corps. So we went down. I went live down there. Bud Orr and I went live. We had a great, great time. So if you're going to do a big game this year and you want to have a great time, September 27th and the 28th, go down to SC Village. So let me give my shout outs real quick so I can bring these guys out. We can talk a little paintball here. Tim Schloss. I start every week with Tim Schloss. And real quick, the reason I mention all these people back in the day worked their butts off. Monetarily, time-wise, we all took a lot of heat because everybody thought we were more warmongers. So I mention these guys every week. So if you get a chance, look them up. They're well worth it. What's going on, Kenny? Kenny Chavez, Iowa. You guys getting some bad weather rolling through there, buddy. You guys better keep your head down, man. A lot of tornadoes rolling through there. Anyhow, Tim Schloss, Tiger Stripe Camouflage, then and now. And Tim has Gateway Paintball there in St. Louis. He has the last of the WCPL tournaments this year. And like I say, you want to go there if you get a chance. Dan and John Colby, Dan and Steve Prisco, they own Panhandle Paintball, so they're going to be on it this weekend. We're going to talk to Chop a little bit. He went and talked to him. I guess they were out there. They made a couple of changes and stuff in the field, so it should be pretty cool. And then my buddy Bud Orr, Bud's traveling this weekend. Otherwise, he wanted to jump on here with us, but he'll be traveling. So Bud Orr, War Game Products. Tom K was my marker sponsor for many years. Airgun Designs with the Automag. Love you, brother. And then Rainey and Juvie Boucher had Paintball News back in the day. Two of the greatest people you'd ever want to meet. And 2 times a month, you could go out to the field and pick up a Paintball News. It told you what just happened, what was coming up, things for sale, big games. It had a map showing all the fields across the U.S. It's like the Bible of paintball. Just something about picking up the magazine or the paper and holding it, just like the magazines and everything. It's cool being online, you reach a lot of people that way, but it's just something about holding in your hand, putting it down, picking it back up, checking it out. Pretty cool. Randy Camilla, editor for APG, gave me my very first cover shot. Jerry Braun, Paintball Sports Magazine, and he had Paintball Sports Field that was the oldest woods ball field in the U.S., just closed down about 3 weekends ago. Jerry's 82 years old, and I guess he just ran out of steam running it. It is what it is. And then Ross Alexander, my very first marker sponsor. Ross, Line SI back in the day. I still have my original Bushmaster up here. Very, very cool. And then Jim Lively, we talked a little bit about Jim earlier. It's going to have the WCPL tournament up there in Malala, Oregon. And it's going to be a lot of fun. And like I say, even if you don't play it, come check it out. Come check out the barbecue. Come have a good time. And then Gino from Belkin. I mentioned Gino every week. Gino and I have been friends for a lot of years. And Gino does an awful lot for the sport of paintball behind the scenes. And he doesn't toot the horn too much, so I toot it a little bit for him. And then my 2 little young gun buddies that I've kind of grown up with, man, Mark Gong Jr. and Jaden Gong. 2 of the nicest kids you'd ever want to meet. And what's cool about them is they are our future, and they are great. They're killer on the field, and off the field, they're just absolute gentlemen. Gotta love it. So anyhow, that's it. That's my spiel, and I'm done with it. So it's time to start bringing some guests out here. And I'm going to start with a guy that I met a while back, and I really do like this guy. He's does a lot for paintball. He's kind of a kick in the butt, man. Really, really is. So please, everybody, welcome Steve Choppa McRoberts. What's going on, buddy? I can't hear you. Uh-oh, I see right here. Oh, man. I can't unmute you. It's you.
How's that?
That's better. Wow.
There we go. I have no idea what. It just wouldn't let me hit the button.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm an Atari 2600 guy, so this is way out of my league understanding this stuff.
I absolutely love it. Yeah, I'm still like 28 dial-up or whatever the hell that was. Yeah. So, I'm looking forward to talking to you tonight because I know you're going to be doing the tournament this coming weekend.
Yes.
And, we've got a couple of your players on here tonight. We've got Joel. He's new to my show, so I'm looking forward to talking to him a little bit. What kind of player is he? Is he a good player?
Yeah, he's a dude and that every team needs at least one or two of, especially in 10-man. A guy that can pretty much do anything you need him to do, but also a dude that really understands what it takes to maybe crash through a line, draw too much paint, spring guys. That's Joel.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you sound like every team could use a guy like that. That's for sure. Yeah, that's
And
pretty
he was
cool.
supposed to. Sorry. He was supposed to run with us last year, and then at the last minute played for another team. That bum.
Yeah, but you got him zeroed in this year.
Yeah, we've been talking since Cup, and I've been reminding him. That's the older dog telling the little one to quit screwing with me. So I'm going to go let him outside.
They're talking to you, man.
Come on, special K-ass dog.
I love it. Well, I'll tell you what, when you do that, I'm going to bring out my next guest. Please, everybody welcome Joel Raymer.
Raymer.
What's going on, Joel? Yeah, I'm sure I said it wrong. I'm a name butcher. Everybody knows
it's all good.
It took me years to get my own right, man. So, Joel, how you doing this evening, buddy?
Pretty good. How are you?
Doing great. I'm looking forward to meeting you. I love meeting new people, and Choppa says you're pretty cool, and I take a lot of heat in what Choppa says, so that kind of works out pretty good. We got Cliff Meyer. What's going on, Cliff? Up there in Canada, watching right now. Yeah, Fred. Gumby says Fred tries.
What's up, Cliff?
That's the key word too, man. Is tries. But I tell everybody I'd rather be lucky than good. So. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So, we're going to talk a little bit about paintball with you tonight, but I'm going to bring out the last of our four guests here tonight.
My boy.
I'm going to bring. I guess it's your better half, huh? So,
he used to be Little Chop, but he's like 6'1", so he can't be Little Chop no more.
Oh, wow. Well, that's like having a guy in a tower. Holy smokes, man. That's pretty cool. Please.
He got the good genes.
There you go. Everybody welcome Stephen McRobert. Steph, what's going on, buddy? How you doing this evening?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
Oh,
there
great.
we are.
Doing great. Yeah.
There we
So,
go.
both you guys are new to the show. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you both one at a time here how you guys got started in paintball. Because, that's something not just even myself, all my listeners would want to hear that too. So, Joel, I'm going to start with you, buddy. How'd you get started in paintball?
So I actually seen it on ESPN, and I was over at a buddy's house. We turned it on, and I was like, I want to try that. So we found the local paintball field and thought, we would be good at it. And no, we weren't. But we just stayed with it. And eventually learned the game somewhat, and then just kind of took over our lives for the most part.
What show on ESPN were you watching?
It was the Super 7.
The Super 7?
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
Possibly the Jacksonville, maybe?
Maybe.
Yeah, could be, yeah. Yeah, because I had one back in the day, Paintball USA, that we shot right on New York Street at MGM Disney. Yeah, it was the #1 paintball show, period. Man, we reached millions of people with that one. And then I did the MTV one right after that. I had the #1 road rules show, MTV. So I know all about that. You get a chance. Yeah, the Paintball USA was pretty cool. Like I said,
I heard of it.
Yeah, we shot it on New York Street, which was unbelievable. It was get a chance to watch it. It's hard to even talk about. It's pretty cool though.
Absolutely.
So, and the other Steve #2 now. So Steve, how did you get started? Did your dad get you started, or what happened?
Yeah, my answer isn't as cool as Joel's. I didn't really find paintball. I was born into it. But I kind of started my first time playing was probably 6-7 years ago. And it was kind of off and on. I didn't really do much tournaments because of like school and all that. But once I got out of school, I've been focusing on it a lot more and playing a lot more for the past 2-3 years now.
Wow, yeah. Well, you got your dad. You got a good teacher to get you going on it. How old are you?
I'm 19.
Oh, wow. You got a long time ahead of you. Holy smokes. Really. That almost hurt. I'll probably cry after the show now. But, but that's pretty cool, man. So have you played alongside your dad before? Or is this the first time?
I've played with him quite a few times.
Have you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I try to bring him almost everywhere I go. Not because he's a good player. Okay, he's kind of a good player. But he's my boy, and we get to spend time together shooting people.
Well, so all three of you guys are going to play on the same team this weekend then, right?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now, if I'm not mistaken, Choppa, didn't you guys win this last year?
And the year prior. So we're going for a three-peat.
Wow. Wow, what's the name of the team?
SDG.
SDG, yeah, wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah, because Legion's going to be down there. They're a great bunch of people. And I guess
Nice.
the Valkyries are going to be there.
Yes.
And you and I were talking in the green room that Valkyries ended up a couple people short. So if anybody's watching this now or all the way up till the weekend, if you want to jump in and play some paintball with a good girls team, or it's got guys on it too. So let me reiterate that. Get a hold of Kathy Alvarez and let her know. Am I right, Choppa?
Yeah, Kathy Alvarez. If anything, also, you can find me on Facebook or something. I can definitely put you guys together. I don't mind being any type of small mediator up until Friday, but Saturday, I don't like nobody.
It's on, yeah. So, have you guys practiced together lately?
We had at Steve's Field, Dan's Field, 3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Give or take. It was a little deal to check on the refs, see what they knew from Steve's point of view, not ours. And we went out and we played on both the fields for about 4 hours.
Wow.
And we had 7 or 8 of our guys.
Yeah.
7, 8.
And it was pretty cool. I like how the fields play. It's going to be a good weekend.
What do you think of the fields, Joel, when you guys practice on them? Because the way I understand it, they beefed up the Mounds Ball field from what I hear.
So I think, especially with the Mounds field, you take a big bite off the brake, and then you hold it and got to drop at least 4 bodies before you make any crazy moves.
Got it. So, can you shoot across it? Like at the beginning? Because, normally, there's runs. When you walk the field, there's runs. And sometimes, we used to lay down a lot of paint. We'd go, this guy's going to go here. We would just barrage that with paint. Are you able to shoot across this or not?
I want to say yeah, but at practice, I didn't. I was just trying to get to the 50 in under the 10 seconds, and I succeeded my goal at least 10 times that we did it.
Oh, wow. Right on. So Stephen, where do you play? What position?
Usually I play Dorito side or the right side of the field for Mounds, but I've been testing the waters of the middle a little bit on this one.
In the Mounds or in the Woods Ball?
The Mounds. In the Woods Ball field, I kind of just float where I'm needed.
Do they still have that little hut?
Yeah.
That was it's still there, huh?
Yep.
The crack house.
Yeah, that's right. Because the first year I went down there and I played it the first year, and man, I got to tell you, it was pretty paramount that you got that little house, from either side. But it was kind of hard to get it from the one side. But it's still there, huh?
Yeah, we had that first year, the 23 year, we had, I want to say, only 4, maybe 5 games on the Woods Ball field. And I think out of those games, only one time we didn't take that on the break, and that's the only game we lost.
You got some fast guys on your team then.
Yeah, yes, and
Yes,
good
and
guys
yes,
running through, and the other team just unfortunately they were waiting on us.
Really?
It happens, but
Yeah, it does.
we saw them again in the finals, and I mean, we won, so we're good.
I was just going to say, you won the last 2, so you guys got to be doing
Yep.
something right. So you're looking for the 3-peat this year. I think that's pretty cool.
Yes, sir. Those rings.
Go ahead.
Those rings and the trophy stuff Steve and Dan have are really out of this world. They really look great.
The rings are really cool. Yeah, it's. I was talking to Danny about those. Those are definitely a step up. So you guys looking to wear one of those back home now, I guess, huh?
Heck yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And we're all lucky because this field literally is only a 45-minute drive for me.
Yeah,
Probably not
about
too
the
far
same
for
me.
Joel.
Yeah, I know a couple of people I talked to yesterday, and they're taking off tomorrow, so they got a little bit of a drive down there. So it's going to take them a couple of days to get there. But
ouch.
they're looking forward to it though. It's cool though. I mean, I fly when I go to St. Louis, but when I do the Wisconsin tournament in August this year, I'm driving to it. My wife and I are just going to do a cool road trip, and just I got a few points of interest that we stop and check out. I don't push it. We drive like 6 hours, get a motel, kick back,
Nice.
stuff our face. So it's pretty cool. It really, really is. So, Steve, what do you think of the Woods Ball field? Now, you talked about the Mounds Ball field. What do you think of the Woods Ball field? Because I seen Danny and Steve out there. I seen some pictures online that they were putting more bunkers out there. It looked like a plywood X's or something like that.
That's you, buddy.
That's you, Steve. Yeah.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's you.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
I
Goober.
did see the pictures, and I'm super excited about that. I definitely love the change. It's also definitely going to bring a little bit of something new for us as well, since we've played the field twice. So it'll be interesting to see what elements those new bunkers bring to either side of the field.
We got Steve watching right now. What's going on, Steve?
Yeah, you, Steve. Nerd.
Yeah, it's funny too. That's the same thing you said a couple of years ago when I said I was going to put you on.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, it's I'm going to have Chop on. He goes, oh, not that nerd. And I go, oh, come on now.
This morning was at the field. Dan, I think, asked or how the conversation started or how long I've known Steve. And it said, it's been about 7 years now. And he's like, really? Yeah, we played at a place, probably can't see his shirt, but Paintball Panic. There we go.
Oh, wow.
And that was the OG place to play here in Pensacola. And so we were just talking. Yeah, I met Steve and we met each other, the Steves. And it was funny because Preskill goes, man, Chop, I've seen a lot of pictures of you, but I thought you were a lot taller. Thanks, buddy.
Hey, Steve says, I'm sore tonight, that's for sure. Well, that's because you're doing all the work. You need to make Danny do some of that, man. Jeez, I have to get on the phone to him, tell him to get to work out there. But
do you need to tell him to put some sunscreen on?
Oh, that bad.
Yeah, he needs to wear long sleeves. Yeah, he's burning up.
Or hang out on the Woods Ball field. Because the Woods Ball field that they got there has a good canopy. That is a great canopy out there.
Yeah, it is.
The Mounds field is a Mounds field. That's it, All you got's dirt under your feet, nothing over your head. So,
little one.
Yeah, there you go. Steve, what do you like the most, the Mounds field, or do you like the Woods Ball field?
I'd probably have to go with the Mounds for sure.
The Mounds?
But, yeah.
Do you play speedball by any chance?
Oh, yeah.
You do. There you go.
He's got a MVPS championship under his belt.
Oh, is that right?
And so I'm going to have to get my first ring. He's already got his.
Oh, there you go. Who'd you get that? Who were you playing with when you got that?
About a year ago. Let me grab it real quick.
Yeah.
Chop, I think you're the only one without a ring in here.
I got plenty of championships and other stuff, but no rings.
Well,
All right, let me let these meatheads out again. Go, Sam.
Good chance you'll have one this week.
Oh, most definitely.
We're going to fight for it.
Yeah, and, and Dan and the rings that Dan and Steve got, I think, are cool as hell.
Oh,
they're very nice.
They're really good.
Yeah,
they look like Super Bowl rings.
They
do.
And it's really cool. It's got the WCPL on the sides. That's what makes it so personalized.
Yeah.
I seen that and I thought, how cool is that, man? So absolutely love it. And I can see why Steve likes the Moundsfield. The youngsters like that fast moving stuff like that. Yeah, I started in woods ball 100 years ago, and I still love woods ball because one good thing about woods ball is anybody can really play woods ball. You don't have to be fast. You don't have. It's easier for the older guys for sure. But yeah, I wish I could play the mountains ball field like I used to play when I started playing. That's for damn sure. So
it gives us.
Go ahead.
Oh, so I would say it gives us, almost older guys. Me, it's something else to do. X ball. I'm not saying it's passed me by, but I'm not a viable option for that much anymore. Unless we're playing a Masters or something. With every sport, athleticism and youth really need to go hand in hand. Anyone can play paintball.
Yep.
But
what's amazing, is the X ball and stuff like that. I love the NXL or Major League Paintball, whatever it is now. Tommy Cole and I, we go back a lot of years, and I'm very, very happy for what he does. That's just something that the WCPL really not looking for a gazillion teams like that. But what he's done, I think, is absolutely great. And I was so amazed that some of the games in the WCPL, or Major League Paintball, whatever you want to call it. Some of them games are like 15 seconds long. And when we started playing paintball, the games were 45 minutes long.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a young guy's game. The guys Dynasty, they all started on my field out here. They all live out here.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, they all live out here by me. Rue, he just lives down the street, and the other guys, Field One, they're down there. They're about maybe 30 minutes from me, but yeah, all of them started on my field, man. They were a bunch of little shits to start with, and they ended up being a great bunch of guys and playing really hard. And guys like Alex, and just all of them have turned into just not great players, but they've turned into great people off the field. It's very, very proud of them guys. Proud to call them friends too. So, Steve, you played a lot of X ball, or just a little?
I've played about 2 years worth.
2 years worth. What team do you play with?
For the most was definitely Ragtag or Gulf Coast Ragtag Army.
Show it, Joel. Show the shirt.
Got it.
And then
Ragtag Army.
I love it.
Played a little bit with the Juggernauts as well.
So Joel, you played the X ball with them then?
Yes, I do.
Oh wow, very cool. Yeah, it's, like I say, my hat's off, man. Hey, here we go. James Stevens watching. What's going on, buddy? But yeah, it's X ball is very fast. You gotta, that's definitely for the younger, more fit generation. There's no doubt about it. So, I'm a big woods ball guy. Getting a little feedback here from somebody. I don't know who. You guys getting any feedback when I talk?
I am a little bit.
A little bit.
It's
Yeah.
tolerable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's livable, I guess. So you guys going to go do that. So what is going to be your next tournament? Now, I know you're going to do that one this weekend. So what's going to be your next one after that now?
I have I'm going to Boston to play a New England local event. It's actually in New Hampshire. Sorry, not Boston, but going to Boston. I have a bunch of great New England friends, and we put together a team, and we're going to go there and hopefully show out. We were hoping that the New England Hurricanes were going to be there again this year. So, because good guys, but we picked the stupidest name we could. Again, we're the Team U Hurricanes.
There you go. So you're not Joel and Stefan are going with you though, right?
These two cats, no, my boys got work. Joel, he doesn't like to fly. But I am taking a few other of the guys from the team are going out with me.
Well, there's got to be more local events down there that Steve and Joel are going to be going to. Steve, so what's your next one after this one then? Do you know, or are you not looking into the future?
This year, I've definitely taken this year and focused a lot more on work. This will be my second tournament this year. So as of right now, it's probably just going to be this one and then Cup. But then again, that's what I said last year, and we won it. And then I was at that high, and I ended up playing the entire rest of the X-Ball season. So I never really know.
Man, I got to tell you, if there's any way that you guys could come up and do the tournament in St. Louis in October, I think you would absolutely love that. It's a great tournament. And it's actually not that far from you guys, is it?
I think it's like a 17-hour trip.
If
we drove. My buddy, another one of our good local friends here, Donnie, I believe is going to be playing. I'm not sure with who, but he went there, if not last year, maybe the year before, and said he had an absolute blast.
Yeah, you know what's really good about the tournament is obviously you go on the field, you want to kick everybody's butt. That's otherwise why you're there, But off the field, everybody, if one team needed a hand with something, that team jumped in to help them.
Yeah.
And the camaraderie, that's to me is really a big thing. I absolutely love it. And then, we also have the little get together on Saturday night, and everybody shows up for that. I mean, if you guys want to meet anybody, they usually show up for that one. It's pretty cool. Oh,
sorry.
Huh?
That's they decide to get their zoomies at 8:45 at night. And I can't let them out the whole time because the one barking will climb the fence and be in the neighbor's yard.
Oh, I can't do that. No.
All right, let's try it.
Yeah, you should try to get Steve and Joel to come up to that tournament.
It's at that time it's crazy. We have not a lot of stuff going on, so I can't say a yay or nay. World Cup is very close.
It is. It's right after that.
We have
drive the World Cup.
Yeah, it's about 6 hours for us. It's really not that bad.
Yeah,
it sounds crappy, but this is going to be my 26th World Cup in a row.
Oh, really?
No, yeah, crazy.
Yeah, what's amazing is I did the World Cup at Jury Steel. They really didn't call it the World Cup last one, but it was 30 years to the day that I played the first World Cup on that field. And that's back when teams were 15 man, and I had Constant Pursuit. That was my team, and the Ironmen and the All-Americans. And it was definitely a hell of a shootout there. But the fields were huge. I mean, I won't say they were in different counties, but they were damn close. They were huge fields, and everything was pumped. It was all pumped to start with. So it's pretty cool. It's a shame that field's shut down now after all these years. So from what I hear, they might do a housing development on it now. So that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Yep.
My
So
first
what's your,
marker was a Bushmaster too.
oh, is that right? I still got my original one up here. I don't know if you know Ross Alexander. He owned Line SI. He's been on my show a couple times. He's a great guy. You know, because you got to remember, I still got the scar from my nail spot. You know, well, first
Ouch.
of all, I started with the Splatmaster, and then we went to
Yeah.
the nail spot. You know, so when that thing came out and it had a pump on it, it's like your head exploded. It was like, oh my God, how cool is this? You know. So that's what we and then we just kind of grab it up, up, up. And then finally the semi came out. And yeah, the semi came out. The first guys to have the semi was there at Jim Lively's tournament, man. It was Swarm, and everybody else had pumps. These guys came out and blew everybody away with theirs. It was absolutely incredible. So after that, everybody wanted the semi. It was pretty cool.
Or the first time I seen a VM68 was ridiculous.
Yep, absolutely. You know, they sent me a VM68. I don't know if you know Jeff Promoter.
No, sir.
Anyhow, yeah. Anyhow, he had he's the guy that actually started the paintballs and all this other stuff back in the day. And anyhow, he called me up and he goes, "Yeah, Fred," he goes, "I'm gonna send you a VM68." And he goes, "I got a guy that's making a different kind of air system." He says it's not CO2. So we're going to send you one. And what it was is Dan Colby from Air America. So anyhow, I go, well, yeah, that's fine, but how am I going to fill it? And he goes, go get yourself a scuba tank and I'll send you the fitting and you can fill it with a scuba tank. I go, okay. So anyhow, so I get it all and it's cool as hell. Other than BM68 weighed more than I did. So, and then we go up to Oregon to play a tournament up there. And it was cold as hell up there. And I was standing out in the open, taking guys out with this because they were all shooting CO2 and the balls were bouncing and rolling up to my feet. But with that constant air, it was just incredible. And after that, it just kind of took off, man. Matter of fact, almost felt like I was cheating because nobody could shoot to me. And, you know, Danny's wasn't freezing up because it wasn't CO2. So it was absolutely incredible. What's going on, Kathy? We were talking about the Valkyries a little bit here. So I understand you guys looking for a couple girls or a couple people, excuse me, for the tournament down there in Florida at Panhandle. So, you know, we're putting the word out there. Hopefully we can find a couple for you. So, you know, Joel, how many guys you guys going down there with?
I think we got 15.
You got 15. Wow. There you go. You know,
we had to get all the dudes. We had to get all the killers on one crew so they didn't, you know, roll over to that nerd team from LAX.
Yeah,
we love the LAX guys. Their field owner, Drew, is one of the best dudes in paintball. I mean, everyone can say the best dude in paintball, but to everyone that knows Drew Bankston from LAX knows that honestly he is one of the best dudes in paintball. His field is in Slidell, Louisiana, and he's just a good dude. Another guy that would probably do almost anything for anybody, and with, I guess, in typical fashion. But if you burn him once, that's it. So, and he's such a great dude. There's very few people on the wrong side of him.
Yep.
Very cool. Steve, what's your favorite field other than Panhandle? What's your favorite place to play?
Well, that one's going to have to be a full range paintball out of Fort Walton Beach.
You play it a lot?
It used to be about every weekend, but now it's kind of once or twice every month.
Got it. Who owns it?
Ryan Capers.
Ryan Capers, huh?
Oh,
so
yeah.
Maybe give a shout out for him. That'd be pretty cool. He'd probably appreciate that.
Oh, the amount of stuff that he's done for me just in the small amount of time that I've been back has been a very big help to me.
What kind of field is it?
It's
everything.
It is everything. He's got woods ball. He's got two speedball fields now, and he's also has a 1v1 field in development.
So how many fields does he have on the facility itself then?
1, 2. Right now he has 4.
Four, that's pretty good. Yeah,
And a woods ball field.
Yeah.
And a woods ball. Yeah, because when people go play, they like a variety. That's
Yes.
yeah, absolutely. And they like a good variety. Like Panhandle, their woods ball field, I absolutely loved it.
Yep.
I thought their woods ball field was killer. And I played the Mounds field, and I guess the Mounds are a little taller now, which is going to be good for Steve, man, because I hear you're like 6'1". That's how tall I am too. Yeah.
I know I'm still young and all, but getting all the way down there sometimes hurts my back a little bit.
Yeah, I'm 6'1". I know exactly what you're talking about, man. That's why, them making it bigger. And I think Steve, Chopper, didn't you say that they added some to it a little bit now?
Yeah, when we went out 3 weeks ago, whatever it was, semantics, Steven had said, hey, listen, we added a little bit here. We did a little bit here. And it was a big difference. I hope it stays. I haven't been able to the dog again. I haven't been able to really check it out today, but when we were out there for that practice, it looked like the guys at home could probably hang out at home for a little while versus waving at each other and not being, it was, the bunkers were pretty low for a while.
Yeah. They were saying that. I think Steve was saying, and Danny both, that they built them up higher now.
Yes, and that's a big plus. Besides, being able to hide around them, bigger guys can use them as actual bunkers. The first year, they were almost not even usable.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Well, I played them before, and I thought it was pretty cool, and I like the way they systematically put them out there. So not one side really has an advantage.
Yeah.
Basically, what it boils down to is how your team plays it. Period.
Yep.
Exactly.
And we got a good mix of the guys that we're bringing of young, fast killers, guys have been around forever, and a lot of experience I believe we have 8 of the same players from last year, which is another plus. And last year we only had 6 of the players that came over from the year before. So,
got it. So Joel, you didn't play it last year though, right?
I played it last year, but not for Chop.
I got you.
Bum.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool. You guys linked up this year. Steve, did you play it last year or no?
Oh yeah, I played last year and the year before that.
Yep.
Oh, did you?
So
cool.
Me and him are there was 1, 2, 3, 4 of us now that are actually the same players from year 1 of doing this. So us 4 is going for the three-peat. As a team, we're going for a three-peat, but we're the only same guys from the original. But I did get 3 guys from the first season to come back, which is a plus.
Oh yeah.
Well, if you got 15 guys, you're going to be swapping people out then.
Oh yeah, it's all good. I mean, we have probably of the 15, there's 4 of us that are probably 4-game tops guys. Just even if it's spread over 2 days. Right. But it's going to be fine. But yeah, having younger legs is always good, and it's been a term in paintball forever. I'm going to get my 3, 4, 5 games and be totally happy, do my part, let the other guys do the deal. But at the end of the day, no one complains about playing time when you're holding up a trophy.
There you go. Absolutely. Steve, what do you shoot? What's your marker?
Go get it.
1 second.
He was gonna show off the pretty hate machine.
Joel, what do you shoot?
For this event, I'm shooting an EMEC with all the upgrades and everything. But for speedball, I shoot a Planet Eclipse 3.5 and a 170R.
Oh, right on. So it sounds like you got that golf club full of markers, huh?
Yeah, kind of.
Here we go.
Oh,
It's the
oh
E-Max.
wow. Pretty trouble-free?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Wow, what air system?
We both got the same tank. It's a Ninja basic.
Ninja?
Sorry, Dan.
Yeah.
You have any problems with them? Oh, beautiful.
Not really, no. Or at least I have.
Straight from
That's beautiful.
Inception.
Oh, really? Simon put that together?
Yeah, I bought the body. It's odd, secondhand, but not really secondhand. The guy that bought it ended up not getting an eBay and like turned around and sold it. So I got it, not for a song, but it's the one that I kind of wanted anyways. I've had it, I don't know, probably 3 years on an OG EMEC frame that still has the safety on and off, the little flip versus the button. This thing
I got
it is
one
a
here.
machine gun.
It's still in the box. I've never even taken it out of the box.
Man,
Yeah,
it behooves
it's
you to go have some fun. Take that bad boy out for a spin, change the barrel, obviously a load and a good tank. These are what Tippmans kind of were back in the day, where every field had Tippmans because there wasn't the ease of fixing Tippmans per se, but the guns rarely went down with a squirt of oil in the bolt system. Bam, you were good to go for weeks, months.
It's still that way because, Denny Tippman and I were friends, God rest his soul, because he's passed away. But we were friends for a lot of years. And, and still today, the Tippman, it's like a workhorse. It's like the Army Jeep, that's why so many have rentals on those up here, because you can beat the crap out of them, man, and they just keep on going all the time.
Yep.
These EMEX, you change out an O-ring. I mean, it's got a gamma core system in it. So it's really easy. These are probably going to be the new Tippmans of paintball fields for rentals. They're so easy to fix. I think at full range, we got, at work with, they probably have 75, 80, if not more.
Yeah.
Whatever the number is. And it's the point where even some of the other dudes, it's the AK paintball. Thank you, Steve.
Yep.
Oh, press skill. The newer kids that come out and help out at the field can probably field strip and fix one if there's a problem on the field. Hey guys, sorry, give me 2 minutes and I'll get you up shooting. Bam. A little bit of Dow here. Boom. Oh, hit your safety. Basic. They're so fun, so easy to use, and there really are. If these guns were around 10 years ago, wow. What paintball would be with guns. They're just such a smart little, almost a nothing gun. And
they are. Now they're good, and I like Simon. I've known Simon for quite a while.
Great dude.
He is. He really is. Just I was raised. First of all, the Bushmaster, and then I went to the Automag because Tommy
AGD
sponsored me for years. So I shot that, and then now I shoot my autococker because Bud and I have been friends for 40 some years, and
damn.
So I shoot it now, and then I don't know if you guys know Mean Gene. He has autocockerparts.com right there.
Okay.
Anyhow, he's coming out with a new autococker, and Bud gave him the rights of the name and everything. Man, it's very, very cool. And so he's making it. It's going to be pretty light too. It's going to be very, very light because there's just something about an autococker. It had such a flat, straight shot. I don't know the bell system or what it is, but man, I got to tell you, the baby's just rock. So you might want to be looking for that too. That's going to be a pretty cool one. He's all set up. He's already manufactured them right now, but he hasn't got them on the market yet because he's still making pieces. But he's doing all in-house everything.
Nice.
So that should be pretty cool. If you guys don't know him, like I say, if you guys could make it up to St. Louis in October, even if you can't all come up there, any of you come up there and come and hang out with me, man. I'll introduce you to everybody.
I'd love to.
Gino comes up, everybody shows up there. I mean, it's just an absolutely great time. Danny will even be there too. So, I just think that you guys, if you come up there, I'll make sure you guys have a terrific time. You'll meet everybody and you'll go home with a memory because, like I tell everybody, one thing I love about paintball, other than my family, my best memories actually come from paintball.
Yep.
The people I get to meet, the people I get to hang with, the people I get to know, it's just absolutely priceless, period. Now look at you two guys, Steve and Joel. Now I got to meet you guys. Now I can't wait to shake your hand face to face.
Hell yeah.
And yeah. And now you guys, now we're friends on Facebook. So anybody you want to meet, anything you want help with, you give me a holler on Facebook and I'll hook you guys up.
Appreciate it.
Right. Oh yeah, absolutely. Chop will tell you one thing I'm all about, man, is promoting paintball and promoting it with good people. I don't badmouth anybody, but believe me, if I don't like you, I don't do crap for you.
Fair enough.
And even less.
Yeah.
If I like you, I'll do anything for you. So I think that's pretty cool. I think you guys have shown yourself very, very good tonight. I wish I was actually going to Florida because I would definitely love to meet you guys. But, somewhere down the line, we'll link up,
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, because, I didn't go to a World Cup this last year, and I'm sure Tommy's all pissed at me now. So, but I'll have to go down there this year.
Come on down.
I'll be there this year.
Yeah, and then you guys will be there, and we can all hang out. Matter of fact, Choppin', didn't you get hammered last time at World Cup? Oh, no, that's
which
right.
time?
Yeah.
I'm a non-drinker.
Yeah, I know. You had something.
No, I've been
at the bar. Yeah, remember?
Sorry.
Did you have something set up with some bar down there that you were going to do a party or something?
Yeah, had the players party. It went good. Considering, where it used to be held, it's right next door. It used to be the Blue Max.
Right. That's right.
New owners at Son of the Beach, and no fault to Son of the Beach, they cater to a different crowd. They don't need a bunch of rowdy drunk paintballers there anymore when they have a crowd that always goes there that they don't have to go out of their way to cater to. They're always going to be there.
The regulars, yeah.
Yeah, and their regulars are, Thursday, Friday, Saturday nights are in the hundreds. So it's not like when it was Thursday night at World Cup back in the day, it was just, 100 paintballers and 50 bikers where the bikers all got told to leave because we're more rowdy than them nerds. But at the new bar, or the new where we had it this year, that bar was very happy with how it ended up. It was not a ruckus event by any means. There was some funny stuff that happened. They didn't want to let me hold on to the reins per se. I had a slow leash or a small leash. But at the end of the night, they said they had almost 400 more transactions than the previous month on a Saturday night. Really? So they've already said, hey, we want to do this again this year. If you would like to, it's like, yeah, cool. They asked what I wanted. I said, just like last year, let us do it here. Give me a beer and I'm good. I don't need anything crazy for it. I want to get everyone together and have a good time. If you were there for any of the old parties at Old Town, I know they started with, probably the mid-90s.
Yeah, woo! Absolutely. But I was there. Oh man, I got to tell you, that Lively always had really a good Saturday night party too. It was pretty cool. So, well, guys, I got to tell you, I appreciate you guys taking the time to come on here tonight. We kind of burned through our hour here, but I want to thank you guys. I'm going to let you drop you off here one at a time. And Steve, I'm going to start with you. I want to thank you for taking the time to come on tonight. Looking forward to meeting you. Don't let your dad give you any crap. You got to stand tall, man. So I can't wait to meet you face to face. And like I say, we're friends on Facebook now. You want to meet anybody, or you want to, because that's how it is. You meet somebody, that's how you get your sponsors and everything. Period. And you get attitude's a big thing, and that's That's the problem with a lot of people. They're always bitching about, I can't get a sponsor. Well, you must be a jerk then,
Yep.
because you could be the best player in the world, but if you're a jerk off the field, you're not helping the sport and you're not helping any sponsor. So,
Oh, no.
Steve, I'm going to let you say goodbye to everybody. Anybody I can hook you up with, to get a hold of me, to stay in touch with me, and we'll have you back on again, man.
All right, man. Thanks for having me. Joel, I'll see you this weekend. In Dallas
Absolutely.
in about 5 minutes.
All
Yes,
right,
sir.
brother.
Later, buddy.
All right, bye, guys.
All right. You stay safe, my friend. All right.
Mike.
Good kid. You're a very, very good kid, man. You did a good job. Probably
It's-
your wife, Papa, but
Yeah,
you did
it's
a
my
good
wife.
job. Yeah. So, he's a great kid. And Joel, I can't wait to shake your hand. You have the same invite from me. Anybody that you want to meet, anybody you want me to hook you up with, I know just about everybody. We're friends on Facebook. Just get a hold of me,
Yep.
and I'll make sure it happens. So I'll
All
say
right.
goodbye to everybody. And again, thank you for taking the time to come on tonight.
Thanks for having me.
Talk a little bit later, Joel.
Later.
All right, buddy. You take it easy. All right, Chopper. Good job. Good.
Thank you, sir.
Two good guys. I love meeting good new people, and those are great. So I'm going to say goodbye to everybody, and I want to wish you luck this coming weekend. I hope it's a three-peat for you. That would be an absolute feather in your cap, no doubt about
Invite
that.
us back next week or sometime after, and I'll tell you how it all went. Pretty sure Steve and Dan are going to be very excited just to have the event go off with no hitches, which it's done. Hope we did get the three-peat. We're going to go fight for it. Nothing's going to be given to us. So
Never is.
and it's almost worth it if it's free, or not worth it. Sorry. So.
All right, buddy. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to come on tonight. And one more time, I'm going to say goodbye to everybody, but good luck this weekend, too.
Thank you very much. Everyone, you have a good time. Thank you for having me on the show again. I'll see you, all the guys that are playing this weekend at the field. Let's have some fun.
There you go. All right, buddy. All right, everybody. That was Steve Chopper McRoberts. What a great guy. Great people. His son was cool. Very, very happy to have met Joel. Pretty cool. Great guys. So everybody, I appreciate you taking the time to watch us tonight and watch us through the coming week here. Anybody that's going down to Panhandle Paintball, please, all of you have a safe travels down and back. Everybody have a good time down there. Because remember, when we all work together, we make paintball bigger and better. So until next Tuesday evening, 6 o'clock Pacific time on Facebook, please, everybody, play hard, play safe, play fair. Get out there and play paintball. All right?